Simon Wilson, a veteran of the British diplomatic service, told a new documentary that he witnessed how nothing was ever done to rein Prince Andrew in when he represented the government as a trade envoy. Britain's former deputy head of mission in Bahrain from 2001 to 2005 alleged that the Duke of York failed to fulfill his role as a trade envoy on taxpayer-funded trips, but never faced any repercussions. In 2001, after retiring from the Royal Navy, the Prince was appointed the UK's Special Representative for International Trade and Investment, working for the government body UK Trade and Investment (UKTI). From the outside, Mr. Wilson said he seemed like a good fit for the job. Speaking on Channel 4's Andrew, the Problem Prince, Mr. Wilson explained that the now 63-year-old was nice as pie, adding that he had high hopes for the appointment. But he said that due to the Duke's split personality, he could not have been further mistaken. Andrew's role was described by UKTI at the time as promoting UK business internationally, marketing the UK to potential inward investors, and building relationships in support of UK business interests. Mr. Wilson, who is now a consultant, explained in the two-part documentary that Andrew was given the job to forge trading links with other countries which the government was particularly keen on, as he could achieve what officials could not in the likes of the Middle East and Kazakhstan. On one such occasion, the Duke of York had a meeting at the Bahrain government with the King where the sale of Hawk aircraft was at the top of the agenda. But Mr. Wilson said they were left open-mouthed by the advice Andrew offered. Instead of encouraging the purchase of the Hawk aircraft as was expected of him, the Duke of York simply said, "Why are you bothering to buy these aircraft? It's far cheaper to lease them." This left Mr. Wilson and his colleagues dumbfounded. But the former diplomat was further shocked when he realized that the prince would face no repercussions for his actions. He told the documentary, "We just could not believe it. And one of the main shocks to me was to realize that he was completely unaccountable. He was technically employed by the Department of Trade, as the trade envoy in conjunction with the Foreign Office. He wasn't interested because who was his line manager? I suppose his line manager was Her Majesty the Queen. Nothing was done to rein him in." Don't miss. Britons urge Jeremy Hunt to cut taxes to support struggling households. Insight, Artificial Intelligence's rapid rise and how it could tear us apart. Report, vote, which is the best biscuit to dunk in tea? Poll. Initially, Mr. Wilson had thought that the Queen's third child was a very good appointment for the role. He explained, when he was in the gilded palaces of the Gulf's sheiks, he was very at ease, diplomatic, and as nice as pie. They were similar bedfellows and Prince Andrew would be on very good form. But he realized he couldn't have been further mistaken as he continued, he had this sort of split personality. He had an on and off switch which he could deploy very effectively. He earned significantly less than his older brother, with King Charles having an annual income of £20 million while Andrew had £249,000 a year from the Queen. Nevertheless, the Duke of York had expensive demands which were also noted by Mr. Wilson on these trips. Andrew would travel with a huge number of staff and always refused to stay at ambassadors' residences. Mr. Wilson added, he'd only want to stay in the royal suite at the best hotel. The problem was, he would travel with a large entourage which would often include a lady clerk whose sole purpose was to write thank you letters and a valet. Mr. Wilson recounts a very memorable occasion when he arrived at the Ritz-Carlton Hotel, in Bahrain. He continued, the valet struggled to negotiate the 6-foot ironing board through the revolving doors of this hotel. He said, well, no one else can iron His Royal Highness's trousers like I can. Andrew stepped down as trade envoy in 2011 after facing severe criticism for his association with convicted pedophile Jeffrey Epstein. Prince Andrew's office has been approached for comment. Channel 4's Andrew, The Problem Prince is available on demand now.